So, welcome to another EG podcast in our locker room. And today we're excited to welcome Kai. Kai, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself because I'm probably going to mess up your surname. So, over to you.
Thanks, Simon. Yeah, my name is Kai Zaoui. So it's pronounced not Zoe, but Zaoui. I'm come from the Netherlands. I'm 49 years old, family of six. And yeah, I've been now a goalie trainer for, I think, probably 20 years, something like that. So, yeah.
So, your passion for hockey, where did that come from originally?
My passion, yeah, it came eventually. I wanted to play football, but my parents didn't allow me to play football, so they said you're gonna play hockey. So hockey is also something with a ball, and so I started at the age of 11 in Amsterdam. I played at Pinoquet, and for first 2 years, I was a striker. But eventually, in the under 14, I decided to go into the goal because I wasn't very good as a striker. So, but I love goalkeeping and especially about saving the balls in a spectacular way. And yeah, and from that moment on, I was a goalie, and I came until I think till the age of 18. I stayed in the youth of Pinoquet, and then I went to the south part of Holland, where I still live there. So I live there now for almost 29 years, and I also play as a goalie still um, in a masters team. So it's the old guys.
Yeah.
This one. So, but it all started in Amsterdam, and for me, hockey is at my time, it was not typical for guys like me to go play hockey. But yeah, the goalkeeping stuff, yeah, I love it. I really love it. I really
Fantastic.
love it.
And so, what's the name of the club that you're playing for now?
Yeah. It's in English it's called black and white, but
Okay.
in Dutch it's zwart-wit.
Okay.
So it's we got in. I live in Breda, that's near the border with Belgium, and we got around 5 clubs in the area, and this is the second biggest club of the town, and there I play with my old teammates. And not every Sunday because we have two goalkeepers in our team, so we switch, and it's also good because I am 6 days a week, 5 6 days a week, only busy with goalkeepers and hockey. And sometimes it's good to get
Yeah.
lay back and then enjoy also other stuff. So
Okay. And this is your first visit to East Grinstead. You came a while back, or maybe third. No,
no,
this
second,
is your
second,
second or third visit. Yeah,
second, yeah, yeah,
second visit. Last time you did quite a lot of indoor as well,
yeah,
didn't you?
perfect, yeah.
And so, what do you think now, having visited us a couple of times? What do you think of the club? I know it's small compared to the clubs you're used to, probably, but
Yeah, it's led professionally. Well, what I've seen, like with the first team, the first men and women's team is really professional. I find, to be honest, also the level of the goalkeepers in the youth goalkeepers is not bad. It's really not bad. So I think that East Vincent is really doing a good job at that. And of course, there are every time there are things get better and that kind of stuff. But I think, to be honest, you're going in a good direction. It's not, you cannot compare it with a Dutch club or a Belgian club because you got one pitch, so you have to be very creative in the sessions you do and what kind of sessions and with whom. Like in Holland or in Belgium, we have standard 3 4 pitches. So it's so the creativity. I like it how you do it, and yeah, I also know a guy who is really totally devoted on cameras and that kind of stuff. So the way you broadcast your hockey, that's top of the bill. That's one thing, Simon. It's a big compliment to you, but it's really top of the bill. I've never seen that within club hockey in Holland or in Belgium. This kind of advanced way to promote you as a club, to promote you in a professional way. So So that's so yeah, that's what I think about
Thank you
EG
very much.
at that moment.
So now you've been here a couple of times as well.
Yeah,
You've seen some of the goalkeepers a couple of times, I think, and
yeah,
you've seen them develop.
yeah.
This week you've been with the team 2 or 3 days. What might be some recurring themes, observations you'd have of the goalkeepers?
Yeah, what the most thing, it's in England they got another way of goalkeeping. So in another way, I mean, a different kind of style. Because in Holland and Belgium, they're more based on technique, and what I've seen here is that the most English goalies are going fast to the ground, do a lot of sliding, attack the ball really, really a lot. And I think if you have a combination of patient and waiting, that's were a little bit also the key points for me these couple of days. Just patient waiting and balance in order to read the ball, to read where the ball is going. Um, if you combine that a bit, I think that that would make them stronger. Um, on the other hand, to be honest, I really like the English style of goalkeeping because it's really agile, explosive, and pretty direct. So, like I said, the combination between both would be a great thing. But yeah, you can't learn it in 1 or 2 sessions. You have to repeat it and to
Yeah.
rehearse it for a long period of time in order to get it in your system. So, but I was really pretty surprised about the level of the goalies. Okay, not everyone has the same level, but the way they present themselves, the way they were eager to learn things, the way they wanted to know how they can do better. They come to me, ask things, and everyone at his own level because you can't make the same comparison. I really like that. I really like that, and hopefully they also liked what they did with me. So it's gonna be a good challenge for me for these couple of the moments that I will be coming to East Grinstead again.
We got some feedback already that you worked the goalkeepers pretty hard, and I watched some of the sessions, and
Yeah,
you were working pretty hard. I think even harder than some of the goalkeepers, but they were also pretty tired at the end of the
yeah,
session. So
yeah,
thank you for that.
yeah, yeah. You're welcome.
Just benchmarking, you have coached some pretty amazing talent
Mm-hmm.
around Europe.
Yeah.
Maybe you can't name names, but you can perhaps give us an indication of what teams you've been involved with, different national groups, and so on.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I started. I've been like, for instance, working for 13 years in Belgium now, because I do Holland and Belgium, and that's for me the best way to of both worlds. I worked for the Belgium Federation for 8 years. There I was first you call it in England TA England, I think the district region,
The talent academy
the talent,
system.
yeah,
So,
the
okay, yeah.
talent academy system. So we have in Belgium, we had in Belgium the districts, and I was eventually responsible for the goalie coaches in order to select the goalies for the districts. And then I went to the B Gold in Belgium, the youth, the national youth is called B Gold. And there I did the under 15 girls, under 16 girls, under 18 girls, and sometimes the under 21s. So I learned a lot also with how to develop and to um, find a pathway to a good performance with the goalkeepers, but also for myself because yeah, it was in a different country and that made it also really interesting. And then yeah, I also work now for a year for the national team of Singapore's women. So I go also 4 times a year to Singapore to train with the women there. I've done 2 or 3 sessions with the Argentinian men. I've done sessions with the Chilean national goalkeeper, the women and the men. I'm now currently do some goalies in the hoofdklasse in Holland, and yeah, and a lot of goalkeepers, men and women under in the promotieklasse. That's the level under the hoofdklasse in Holland. So that's the main thing. And yeah, and in Belgium, it's if we're gonna go back to Belgium, we also have goalkeepers who play now in a national team, which I trained in the youth, and they developed they were developed further with the program. So it's a lot of I've seen a lot of people,
Yeah.
and that makes myself by connecting with different kind of styles, different kind of also develops me as a coach, but also as a person to look not really narrow, but to look really bright, and to look that there's more than one style.
So you've coached all over the world.
Yeah.
Earlier on, you said the English style, pretty much attacking the ball.
Yeah.
Can you give an example of another sort of national trait that goalkeepers exhibit? Is there a Dutch style, for example, or is it very much down to the individual?
No, it's really down to the. I think it's both. It's down to the individual. If you look at like the Dutch goalkeepers, they are standing more upright and have their hands in one line in front of them, or no, besides them. With they're pretty open. If you look like the Belgium, for instance, there's also they have their hands more in front of them, so they're like making themselves so small and have their left glove and their right glove with the stick in front of them in order to attack the ball in that way. And if you look at the English they have sometimes like the hand in front of them, but also sometimes like this. But they are so agile, and that's what I really like. And German is also different. German fall every time backwards. They go. Yeah, they're also like diving at most of the balls, or stopping the ball with the entire body. So, and if you look at and like the Dutch, it's more technical, I think. But to be honest, and I know they don't like it when I say it, but I think um, in foreign countries, their level of goalkeeping is going much further than in Holland,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest.
Well, that brings me to maybe a good question just to wrap up on. Who do you think are the top three goalkeepers in the world right now, male or female? How's that for a question?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mazzarello, maybe.
Mazzarello, yeah. No, with the men, I pretty much. I don't really have one in particular that's really good, because everyone has his own style. But I like the style of Mazzarello. So for me, it's in the top three. Um, like also, I also like the style of Jean Paul Danneberg. That's for me also a really good one. And the other one is the French goalie.
Really?
Yeah, the other one is the French goalie, because Coutin, I think, is his name. And I saw him during the Europeans, and he was pretty good.
They did
So
well enough to
yeah,
cause us some problems.
yeah, but it's the way, you don't have to have a big name in order to play well, but it's about the style and about how you present yourself. And those goalies are good, and definitely there are more, like Tommy Santiago from Argentina. You got like Maurits Visser, also a really good goalkeeper. But to be honest, they can't make the difference in compared to the other ones.
Mhm.
They're more um, present.
Yeah.
And I like that in the goalie. So it's with the men, and with the women, I'm really Clara Perez from Spain. I really like her. The way she presents herself, the way she's goalkeeping. Hish. Siba, no, or no, Sibahish.
Sabihi. Yeah.
Sabihish. From what I've seen, it's really a big honor to take over the spot of Maddie Hinch,
Yeah.
which was really top of the bill. But she's doing well. And compared to, like I said, I like English hockey. So
Yeah.
for me, is that also one. And I don't know how to pronounce the name, the Chinese goalkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah, it's she's amazing. You
Yeah.
know, so for me, she is also one of they all three have something in which
Yeah.
you can build on. You know, and definitely you got also the other goalkeepers. Like, I work a lot with Lucy Ehrman from France. She's also a friend of mine. You got Natalie Kobalski of Natalie Sontag from Germany. Um, all those kind of goalies. Okay, Josien Koning, Anne Veenendaal. But yeah, um, it's logic that normally people think, oh, you would tell them to be the best. But to be honest, being in the best team doesn't mean that
Yeah.
you have the best goalkeepers.
Yeah.
They're really good, and don't misunderstand me. But I think there are better ones.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you in a few months.
Yeah,
And
thank you very much.
thanks for taking our time. I know you've got to get cracking now on your journey back. But
Yeah,
thank you for being with us.
yeah. It's going by train, so it's gonna be a good journey, back. But it was really a pleasure, and thank you for having me at EG. And I really like the work you do, guys. It's
Thank you very much.
it's really pretty amazing.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And we'll see you soon.
Okay, thanks. Hey, that went well.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have a chat.
Yeah,
right?
just
and
have
I've
a
had
chat.
an idea of,
Yeah.
we'll save some stuff for next time.